So what are the best places to retire at in 2023? You're probably thinking of states like Florida, Texas, Arizona. Well, the state of Utah came in second place. Yes, second place. I was surprised also. So on this video, I'm going to cover the top 5 best places to retire and the top 5 worst places to retire. And also, let's talk about why Utah came in second place. After all, who would want to retire in Utah? I'm going to cover that and more, so let's get after it right now. And welcome to the Living in Utah channel. I'm Mike Gallagher. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the local area. And on this channel, we talk everything about the state of Utah, including some of the top places to retire at in the United States. So if you want to learn more, you may consider tapping that subscribe button down below, hitting that bell notification. You'll receive an alert every time I release a new video. And honestly, we help people from all over the world buy or sell real estate right here in the local area. We absolutely love it. So if I can be of any assistance, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, 7 days a week. We got your back when moving to the U state. Choosing where to retire can be a tough task. But there's a new report out by a company called Retire Guide. And I'm going to put a link to the article in the show notes. And this report is for 2023. Did you know that most Americans hope to retire by the age of 62? And that 1/4 of the country's labor force will be 55 or older by the year 2030. So we're going to have many, many more people making the decision on where to retire. So you're probably wondering, how do they determine the criteria for ranking the states in a particular order? First on the list, they look at the health. They look at the overall healthcare ratings, very important. May need healthcare as a retiree. They look at the mental health rankings. They also look at the population of adults that are over the age of 65, and they also look at the average life expectancy. Next on their list, they look at housing. They look at the number of renters and homeowners that are paying over 30% of their income on housing. They also look at the home appreciation rates, and they look at the average assisted living costs. So next on the list, they look at the quality of life, which I think is a very important category. And in this category, they look at the cost of living index. They also look at the average daily temperatures, and they look at the retirement income for people aged 65 and over. They also look at the percentage of the population that is living in poverty. So let's start with the top 5 places to retire, and coming in at number 1 on their list, Hawaii. What a great place. I have to agree. I've always loved my trips to Hawaii. I think it's a phenomenal place. It scored some very high points. It was first for the healthcare ranking. Very good. Also, life expectancy was 80.7 years. So in Hawaii, residents live longer than anywhere else in the United States. I only noticed one negative on the list, and that was the cost of living. It ranked 50th out of 51. Cost of living is a little bit on the high side. Coming in at number 2 on their list, my home state, state of Utah. I will say I was a little surprised that we did make the top 5 or top 10, but over the last 5 years, maybe over the last 10 years, I've helped more people that are retiring here in the state of Utah. I've noticed an increase myself, so I guess it shouldn't have been a surprise. We ranked 11th for healthcare, and I have to agree. I think our healthcare here is phenomenal. Life expectancy, we came in at 78.6 years. It's pretty high up the list. I mean, we're just below Hawaii there at 80 years. But we also have a poverty rate of 7.4%. So when you put everything together, we have a solid healthcare ranking, and also our community well-being ranked 10th on the list. Coming in at number 3 on the list, the Sunshine State of Florida. I'm not surprised that Florida is towards or in the top 10. It ranks typically for retirees in the top 10. When I look at the list overall, they kind of ranked in the middle of their list for several different key factors like life expectancy. They came in at number 19, right? Kind of like right in the middle. Healthcare, number 25, right in the middle. Mental health, number 25. Cost of living, number 30. pretty much right in the middle of all the states. But there was one number that I was kind of impressed with. That was the home appreciation rate at 81.5%. Coming in number 4 on their list, the state of Arizona. Another state that I am not surprised is in the top 10. Usually does appear in the top 10. I noticed a couple things on the report. One of them would be the average daily temperature of 62 degrees. That helped propel the state to the number 4 spot. Also, the healthcare ranking, number 21, and the community well-being at number 25. Coming in number 5 on their list, the state of Wisconsin. They rank number 15 for healthcare. Great job. Also, the average life expectancy is 77.7 years. Right up the list there, real close to Utah and Hawaii. And also, were you aware that 18% of the population in Wisconsin is over the age of 65? So now that we know the top 5, how about the 5 worst states to retire in? Well, at the bottom of the list is the state of Alaska. Coming in second from bottom, the state of Louisiana. Third from bottom, Indiana. Fourth from bottom, West Virginia. And fifth from bottom, Oklahoma. But why do some of these states rank so low? Well, the majority of these states rank low when it comes to community well-being scores. Also rank poorly when it comes to the healthcare arena. Also, they've got some low scores when it comes to the quality of life and life expectancy. Let's take a moment and talk about some states that are on the borderline that may go lower or may go higher. After all, some of these states only missed the list by maybe a point or two. On the bottom of the list, the next 5 states that potentially could drop a little bit lower: New Mexico, Arkansas, North Dakota, Maine, and Mississippi. Keep an eye out for those states. Now, when we're talking about the top of the list, coming at number 6 on the list, Connecticut, followed by South Carolina, Illinois, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. And if I had to make a guess out of what state may move up, I would probably pick South Carolina, number 7 on the list. Keep an eye out in the future years, see if that state moves a little higher on the list. Let's talk about a couple other states on the list. Coming in number 12, state of Idaho. Great state, love the state of Idaho. I think over the next 10 years, you'll see the state of Idaho move a little higher on the list. And coming in at number 14, state of Colorado. I think it's a controversial state. I don't know if it's going to go higher or lower. I'd love to know your opinions down in the comments down below. And I'm referring to the recreational marijuana laws. I've had people that are looking at Utah and Colorado and flat out tell me, I would not move to Utah because you do not have a recreational marijuana law. I'm moving to Colorado. Hands down, no argument. But I've also had people that have moved to Utah that were looking at both states, and because we do not have a recreational marijuana law, they feel that it might bring some negativity to the state and maybe some potential problems, that they chose Utah over Colorado. Love to know your opinion. Put it in the comments down below. Would you move to Colorado or to Utah if the decision was on recreational marijuana? So that's the list of the top 5 best places to retire and the top 5 worst places to retire. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what is your favorite place to retire and what would be your least favorite place to retire? I'd love to get a conversation going. I love to see people's opinions. If you have any kind of questions, by all means, reach out to me. Glad to answer anything that I can. And until the next video, take care and stay safe.